Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in this video I'm going to be talking about affordable makeup that has the potential to pretty much replace your entire makeup collection. These are dupes for a lot of high-end products, and if you own this, you don't really have to go ahead and buy any other product again. The reason I'm doing this is because I always see videos that actually kind of contribute to overconsumption, like always talking about new products, always buying the new launches, always it's just get new products, but nobody is talking about products that are already launched, that you probably already bought, and what it is similar to, what it replaces, and how good these affordable products are itself. And you don't really have to spend a lot of money just so that your makeup looks good. Like, I have all of these products on my face right now, and I have used all of these products on really good occasions in my life, and I've never regretted it. So those are the products I'm going to be talking to you guys about. If you're interested, let's get started. So for primers, I have a few. You can choose one among this. Like, you don't really have to buy everything I'm talking about. I'm just giving you the better options. So for gripping primers, I have these two. This one is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer, and this one is the NYX The Face Glue Gripping Primer. Now, both of these are really good gripping primers that I really like. I certainly enjoy using both of this. But if you don't really like that traditional gripping primer feel, and you feel like products are a little bit harder to use on top of this, or if you have, say, oily skin and you feel like the e.l.f. primer can look a little bit too dewy on your skin, you can try out the NYX the face glue primer. The NYX primer has sort of like a milky texture. It's also very hydrating, but it's not extremely dewy, but it does the job of gripping onto the makeup on your skin, and it's what I have on this side. So if you don't really like the traditional gripping primer feel, you wanted something a little bit more milky but also very hydrating, you can try this out and skip this. But both of these are really good products, and off late I've been reaching out for the NYX one over the e.l.f. primer itself. So one of this is a good gripping primer and also makes your makeup really nice and long lasting. Pore filling primer is a super affordable one from Insight. This one is their Pore Minimizer Primer, which is a really good dupe for the Benefit Professional Primer, and it just does the job. You can use this just towards your T-zone, wherever you have large visible pores, and it does a really good job of pore filling as well. And now moving on to skin tint. My recent favorite and even over high-end products is this Insight Skin Tint. This one is a really good dupe for the Laura Mercier Skin Tint. I feel like it's a very nice product. You can keep it at very, very light coverage or build it to light medium coverage as well, and it just looks like skin. It has that subtle radiance, but it's not something that looks extremely oily on your skin like the FAE Beauty Skin Tint. So this is something you can try out. It is under budget. Even if you are someone who wants to use it on a day-to-day basis and you are afraid you would empty it a little bit sooner, you can still repurchase this, and the ease of repurchasing this as well is good because it's not a very expensive product. And also the shade match in Insight is somehow so good, way better than a lot of high-end brands I have tried out. So this one is in the shade 6 Hazelnut Shot, which matches my skin to the dot. I've used this underneath my eyes as well on days where I don't want to use a concealer. I use this all over my face. I build it up. It's so good. The finish of this is amazing, and with this it replaces a lot of high-end skin tints in my opinion, like the Makeup Forever one, the Laura Mercier skin tint, and a lot of other skin tints that I'm not able to recall right off the bat, but yeah, really good skin tint. For foundation, I have recently fallen back in love with a foundation that I've always loved, always used, recommended so many times on my channel. This one is the PAC HD Liquid Foundation. This is so good. The finish of this one is very skin-like, buttery finish on your skin. It doesn't exaggerate or emphasize anything, but it just looks so natural. I've seen this on different skin types, different textures, mature skin as well, and it looks so good on every single skin type out there, every single skin tone out there, and they have so many different shades as well, so you can get a pretty good match for yourself. I got this one in the shade 3 and I'm very happy with the shade match, and I love how airbrushed and flawless it looks on the skin. I mean, it's not going to exaggerate anything that's not already there, so it just makes your skin appear like skin, but give you really good coverage as well. And for the price, such a good product, and you wouldn't really even need to think about buying another foundation after you own this. It is comparable to a lot of foundation. Actually, this is a little bit unique, like the finish of this one. I can't necessarily recommend this is a dupe for this one high-end foundation, but all of those high-end foundations combined, if I had to tell you, okay, this finish is somewhat like Horse Labs but not quite there, somewhat a mixture of Smashbox foundation. There's a mixture of a lot of foundations in this one. It is certainly a unique product, but such a good product this is. For concealer, I have the Mask Cancel Concealer. The reason I always reach out for this, always recommend this, is because of the coverage it gives, the finish, the lasting power. It doesn't crease, it doesn't cake, and it just lasts so beautifully underneath the eyes. There's not one high-end concealer in my collection that does what this does. Like, you can compare it to the Too Faced concealer, but Too Faced can be a little bit too thick, and if you have dry skin, you would probably not like that. You would like this if you have dry skin, oily skin, any skin type, and even if you have like little bit of intense dark circles, it covers it so well. And if you are like me, who doesn't really like to even set your concealer, you would still really like it. So such a good product for that. And the price of this is so good, and it makes me wonder like, why are high-end brands not making concealers like this? I've never had to set this. I've never had an issue with it creasing, caking. Like, just look at my under eye area, it looks amazing. And also, like, it wouldn't pile up. You know, after some time you can see that darkness peek through. It doesn't happen with this concealer at all. So I really like it. You could color correct and use it if you don't really have a perfect shade match for yourself, but I never color correct when I'm using this. I don't care. It's a choice. Color correction is a choice. If you don't want to color correct, don't do it. Makeup on the whole is a personal choice. If you don't want to color correct, don't do it. Just get a shade that is similar to your skin tone, and you wouldn't have to necessarily color correct as much. And then for powder, I feel like I've tried out so many loose powders, so many setting powders and everything, but I feel like in terms of loose powders in the affordable market, the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder is where it is at. I've tried out K-Beauty, I've tried out Insight. Insight is really nice, like it's a very nice fine loose powder, but I don't know if it would work for you if you live in very hot humid climates and you have extreme oily skin. This would work for different skin types, in the sense that if you have very dry skin, use a very light dusting of this, but if you have oily skin, this sets your makeup in place. They also have quite a few shade options in this, so it's such a nice product. And I feel like when I was making this video, I was also kind of aware of the shade options available. I don't want to recommend some products that don't really have any shade options at all, so then it's pointless. So these also do have pretty good shade options, so you can try this. And for a powder foundation, I have been only loving the Maybelline Super Stay Powder Foundation. This has replaced all of the powder foundations in my collection. I don't really even need to buy another powder foundation. I do buy it, of course, for review purposes, and this is what I do. But if I was not a YouTuber and I just had to settle for one powder foundation, this is what I would be using. It is so nice. It gives you really good coverage. It doesn't look cakey, heavy and dry on the skin. I have dry skin, and even for me it looks really nice, and it sets the makeup in place. I mean, the way we use powder foundation has to change. You can't take that sponge and just like apply it and drag it on your face. It's gonna look cakey on every single skin type. But what I like to do is I like to like finish up all of the cream products and all of the foundation, concealer, whatever I'm using, and all of the dewiness is all done, and I like to use this like with a tapered powder brush, something like this, and just apply a light dusting of it, and it does the job of setting your foundation in place as well as giving you a little bit of coverage, and it looks like skin. And then for blush, I mean, India is filled with blushes. Every brand is already launching blushes, so there is no scarcity of blushes in our collection. My favorite and what I would recommend, and I feel like is very comparable to high-end products, is one is this Makeup Revolution Tint. This is in the shade I'm not very sure, but this is such a good product. It is very similar to Huda Beauty Latte, the 4-filter liquid blush, just that has a lot of shimmer particles. It's not as long lasting. This one doesn't have that much shimmer particles and is a little bit more long lasting. This is a great product to use on a day-to-day basis as well, and it looks very nice and seamless on the skin. It looks very even, it just blends beautifully on the skin. So this is one product I would recommend. And then this one from Mars, this liquid blush, this is hands down one of the best blushes available in the Indian market. I have tried out so many different ones, and every single time I feel like when I want to do like an affordable look, or I want something that is pigmented but long lasting, I reach out for this. This is in the shade Night Glow. It's a deep purple blush. A tiny drop of it is more than enough, and then you get this beautiful blend, and it just looks amazing on the skin. So if you wanted cream blushes, this is what I would recommend. And stick blush, I like the Diam Beauty blush. I don't know what people have to say about this. I know it's not the most long lasting stick blush I own, but for that matter, most stick blushes don't last really long on me anyways. So this one is in the shade Mon Armor, and it's such a beautiful neutral brown toned blush shade where I can use this as a bronzer as well, and it looks nice, it blends beautifully, and it's just a very beautiful shade of a blush where it complements my skin tone really well, and it has fetched me a lot of compliments as well. And then for powder blush, I would recommend this one from Calabar. This one is in the shade Sweet Scarlet, which is a beautiful shade. Like, it's a little bit pink. It also has mauve and red undertones to it, so it flatters a lot of different skin tones, and you will only need this one blush if you're using it for different eye looks as well, so it doesn't clash with your eye makeup, and it's a nice formulation of a powder blush. And for highlighter, you guys already know what I'm going to be mentioning, but this Mask Glowfly liquid highlighter is the only liquid highlighter you would ever need. For one, I've stopped reaching out for all of my liquid highlighters because of this highlighter, which I'm also a little bit like, I spent a lot of money on that, so I need to use that. But this replaced everything. It's what I have on my face right now. It's what I always have on my face. It's what I have always been using, irrespective of, like, you know, if the camera is off. It's not like I'm putting on one face for the camera and something else behind the camera as well. I had an event to attend, and for that makeup look as well, I packed this highlighter because I was like, it is so good. It doesn't have a lot of chunky glitter particles. It's very finely blend shimmer. Even that shimmer is not starkly visible on your face. It's blended so beautifully, so buttery, it's very creamy, and it's easier to blend. A lot of liquid highlighters are usually very powdery looking, but this one is not like that. So just get this and you would not have the urge to buy another highlighter in the market. And that's what is happening to me as well. Every single time I'm seeing a brand launch, I'll be like, okay, should I review this for the video? But I already have the mask one. Why should I even buy it? For powder highlighters, which I have stopped using powder highlighters on the whole in a long time, but if there's a powder highlighter I recommend, is the Swiss Beauty Fusion highlighter. This is good. This is in the shade 01. It's not very like glittery and dry looking on the skin, but it is a powder highlighter, so it does have shimmer particles, will emphasize any sort of texture on your skin. But this is all you would pretty much need. Or even you can try out the Maybelline Molten Gold highlighter, even that is good. But I'm not the one reaching out for powder highlighters anymore. I've stopped using them ages ago. And then bronzer, the Lakme bronzer, because I really like the pigmentation, the blendability, the way it lasts on my skin. Most liquid bronzers are either too olive toned, too cool toned, and they blend and then they're like just gone. This alone is so good, and sometimes you can get this on a discount for about 300-ish rupees, and it's great. It's worth the price. And if you wanted a cool tone contour shade, specifically cool tone, you can try this Makeup Revolution cream bronzer. This one I think is in the shade 02 or 01, I'm not sure, but this is extremely ashy and cool tone, so I don't really reach out for it as much. But if I wanted that cool toneness, like I wanted to add a little bit of shadow, I would reach out for this. And then for eyebrows, I only use one eyebrow pencil, which I've talked about so many times that I feel like I'm a broken record. This one is from Hilary Rhoda. I got it from Amazon, and it's all I pretty much use on a day-to-day basis as well, and it's nice. It's pigmented enough. This is black, so I have to use it with a very sparing hand, otherwise it'll look like stark. And then for a eyebrow gel, I use this one from L'Oreal. This is the brow lamination. It keeps your eyebrow hair in place for a pretty decent amount of time, especially if you don't really have very thick eyebrows and very, like, you know, droopy eyebrows. This works. My eyebrow hair is a little bit thick, so sometimes it does droop down. And for mascara, don't go ahead and buy expensive mascaras. L'Oreal and Maybelline do really good mascaras. The L'Oreal Panorama mascara is really nice. The Maybelline Bubble mascara is also something that I've been reaching out for. It's in my everyday makeup bag, so I don't have it right here with me to show, but these replace a lot of high-end mascaras. And I recently got the Fenty Beauty mascara, and it stings my eye. So you see what I mean? You spend so much money, and what is it doing? And then for kajal, the FAE Beauty Kajal in the shade brown and the RENEE Kajal in the shade black is pretty much all you would ever need. These two kajals, they just do the job. This one is nice, pigmented. It is not smudge proof. It's quite negligible, but it's very dark and intense. So when you have like a smoky eye, when you want to apply it close to your lash line, tight line and everything, this works really well. And this is such a beautiful shade of brown. This FAE Beauty Kajal, like, it's a little bit of a warm brown that brings the warmth in my eyes. So these are the only things that I reach out for anymore, and it's so good. I did even get the RENEE brown kajal, but somehow I really like the FAE Beauty one a little bit better. Now for lip liner, I have talked about this so many times. The mask lip liners are really nice. You can pick the shade according to your skin tone, but if you're around my skin tone, I would specifically recommend the shade Deep Dawn, because it's not a very dark warm brown, but it's also not a very cool brown. It's somewhere in between. It's not too deep, and it looks good with every single lip shade. I've tried it out, so this is such a good product. And then lipsticks, you can try out so many in the market, but right off the bat I would recommend the Swiss Beauty lipstick in the shade Toasted Brown, a beautiful nude shade. The formula of this is really good as well. Like, it doesn't exaggerate, emphasize any lines on your lips, and it just sits beautifully, but it's not transfer proof. And Swiss Beauty Twisted Caramel, a nice high shine lipstick, again does transfer quite a bit, but it's not like those high-end lipsticks that, you know, the YSL lipsticks, the high shine lipstick that exaggerates any dry patches, any flakiness. It's a very thin formula. This is more buttery, more creamier, and it looks really nice on the lips. You can try out for a red the Maybelline lipstick in the shade Wild Card. This is selling like hotcakes. It's almost always out of stock, so if you can pick it up, pick it up. It's what I have on my lips right now. Look at the shade of red. It's a very beautiful, unique shade of red, in fact, and I haven't been able to dupe this. And for a more muted taupe shade, you can try out Maybelline More Taupe. It's so good. I love the formulation of this one. It's not transfer proof, but it's very comfortable, and it just sits really well on your lips, especially once you are crossing a certain age. You feel like, you know, you don't really want very matte lipsticks. You want something more comfortable. You can try this out. And then how can I not recommend the L'Oreal Worth It Intense? I feel like every single skin tone, you need this shade. It doesn't wash you out. It just looks so muted and so beautiful. And of course, then you can add on whatever shades you like. And for liquid lipstick, I particularly kept this set because I feel like it's more value for money. And I don't know, there's so many things in the market that I don't know what to recommend, but this is something that came, like, I reminded myself I should be including this. This one is the Mask Queens of Matte Browns set. Okay, you get 3 shades in this, and all the 3 shades are very flattering. You can mix and match as well. The formulation of this one is super comfortable, quite long wearing, and it's easy to retouch, and it just looks amazing on the lips. So definitely try this one out for your liquid lipstick. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do let me know if you want to watch more such videos, and what is that one product you feel like replaces all of the high-end makeup in your collection. Let me know in the comments down below. Like, if you have a certain category, if you have a certain product that replaces a lot of different products in your collection, I would really love to know. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.